preparing to rid yet another building of the coronavirus.
What I'm doing is I'm filling up a hand sanitizer bottle for combating COVID-19. We've also got backpack sprayers, we've also got fogging machines like this one here. This vaporises the sanitizer and turns it into a micro mist. Fill the whole room, it will get everywhere, it will sanitise every surface.
Jim Gildeer and his trauma cleaning team usually decontaminate crime scenes or clean up after unattended deaths, as well as dealing with infection control.
We're doing 14 to 16-hour days every day. That's 7 days a week. The virus doesn't have a weekend off, so we don't have a weekend off. And we've now ceased all other types of work. But we are geared out and have been geared out for years for specialist infection prevention and control. And all right, it's upscaled to a pandemic level, but that's what we do.
Here we have one of our prepared boxes, which is everything that we need.
Jim's colleague Tim and I are both wearing masks to protect Jim and ourselves against any risk of cross-contamination.
Never take the mask off.
New sanitised boxes of essential equipment are made up between each and every job.
Absolutely no chance of cross-contamination because everything that's in this box, when it goes out to the job, will be used and will go into a disposable bag and be destroyed.
Entering contaminated areas every day comes at great personal risk, particularly for Jim.
Being one of the older generation, and I use an asthma ventilator inhaler myself, it's possibly a death sentence. But I know that every time I leave my house, I leave a secure place. I'm going to a job, I'm wearing everything that's safe, makes it safe to work in that environment. So basically, the only time I'm at risk is when I'm not at work. Yeah, so that's the most scared I've ever been. Scared that I cannot let anyone in my house without a mask on. I cannot drive down the road without someone beside me in a mask and full PPE. When we get out for fuel, you have to sanitise the fuel pump. So basically, I've put a barrier up between myself and the rest of the world. Wow, how scary is that? That's just, it's mind-blowing.
Where there's muck, there's brass though. While the coronavirus is good for Jim's business, he's well aware other businesses are fighting for survival.
There's a lot of businesses that will perhaps go belly up, and some of I already know, taking on their business, that they might not be around to pay me. But it's not all about money. We're quite prepared to act in an emergency response as needed without getting paid.
At the end of each job, Jim and his team use swabs to check the effectiveness of their work. Then it's back on the road to start all over again somewhere else. Nikki Mitchell, BBC South Today.